tonight.
As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
And frankly, this is the type of game that a great quarterback relishes because 0-2 on the road, everything's against him and his team. No one can expect them to win. Sometimes you band together real tight in that situation, and if he plays really well, they've got a chance to get that done.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's not going anywhere to start the night. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Operating from the gun. Holt, man open, that's Calvin Ridley. The numbers for Ridley a week ago. 7 catches, 89 yards, and a touchdown.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
This defense for the Packers much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average.
Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
Jabari Zuniga
with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And that's a 48-yard punt with the coverage holding him to 3 on the return. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8.
Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Holt. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Now this is taken in by Darnell Mooney.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 43. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Throwing on first down. Holt, he finds his man, complete. It's Stanley. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
The Bears at 0-2 here to begin the season. And listen, they made their share of mistakes in these first two games, CD, but talking with them in the days leading up to this one, doesn't seem like they've lost any confidence.
I would agree with that, and what they told us was that they weren't planning on making any drastic changes. They didn't see the need to shake things up. They were going to continue to plow ahead. They felt they had the right guys on the team and in the locker room. But they do have to start winning some games.
And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 19. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. They'll run on first down. It's Stanley. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Looking to throw on second down. Holt throwing, completing, quick to Calvin Ridley. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now it's 3rd and 3.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, Stanley. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. They'll try again, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there.
His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Let's go now. Bronco 80.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. Looking to throw. Holt. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now here's the option play going left. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
On 3rd down, Holt.
And this will be caught by Mooney.
And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. On first down, Holt.
That's complete to Mooney. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
On 2nd down, it's Stanley. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. On first down, it's Stanley. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Operating from the gun, Holt. And this one is incomplete. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11.
On 4th down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt.
It's taken to the 26. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. Operating from the gun, Holt. Throw left side complete. That's Stevens. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the 1st.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They go play action here on 1st down. Rolling to his right.
He hits Mooney going across the middle.
Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Ready, break.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Back to throw again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Calvin Ridley, as the first half is winding down.
And the Bears have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
On now is the Packers punter, as he's on to kick it away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Let's go now. Go check. Go check. Craft all 80. Ready.
And they'll run the option to start the drive.
Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Working with a 2nd and 4.
Off the play fake. Holt.
Across the middle and into the hands of Ridley.
Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
They'll run on 1st down. Stanley. He pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards. 2nd down. They'll go option to the short side. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Holt. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half. Incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
And he is going to have the Bears first down as he pushes forward for a couple on 4th and inches.
They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he's taken down inside the 30. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the 1st. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. He finds his man complete. That's Stanley. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Up the middle they go. It's Stanley. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line.
53 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets him down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal?
He'll keep it himself.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal. One back, fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home, the next guy comes through.
Touchdown, Bears! A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Bears are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Now we're going to get a stoppage. There appears to be an injured Bear on the field.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
The offense on 3rd down tonight. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 8. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. They remain perfect in this game on 4th down conversions, CD. They're 4 of 4.
And Brandon, it looks like they're taking a lot of chances here, but these are calculated gambles. They feel like they had something planned, something set based on what they've seen on tape that they can go ahead and exploit.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook that can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that 70 seconds remain. This will be an onside kick. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though. Now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
They go down to a knee and a sigh of relief as they are into the win column for the first time this year.
So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL football at its finest, right? You talk about the highest level from both of these offenses. Neither one of them afraid of taking risks, and both of them aggressively pushing it downfield. I did like, Brandon, how smart they were about going about their business, though. They were high-flying, but they took care of the ball.
Yeah, they did, and just keeping it clean in a game like this with all these points, you don't see that very often, even at the highest level. Job well done by both sides.
So for Chicago, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll return home next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they will fall to a similar mark at 1-2. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Buffalo Bills.